Understanding Jesus' message, the first shall be last. Welcome to our exploration of one of the most impactful teachings of Jesus. So the last shall be first, and the first last, from Matthew 20:16. This lesson invites us to delve into profound truths about humility, faithfulness, and God's justice. By the end of this video, we aim to understand how this teaching shifts our perspective from worldly success to divine values. To fully appreciate this teaching, we need to explore its biblical context. The phrase appears in the Gospel of Matthew, following the parable of the laborers in the vineyard. In this parable, laborers hired at different times of the day receive the same pay, challenging traditional views on justice and reward. Understanding the cultural backdrop of Jesus' time, where societal norms placed great emphasis on power and wealth, helps us grasp the significance of his words. In our world today, success is often measured by status, power, and privilege. These are the markers that define who is first. However, Jesus presents a radical challenge to these societal norms. He invites us to consider a new hierarchy, one that places humility and faithfulness above all else. This teaching reveals that true greatness in God's eyes significantly differs from worldly accolades. When Jesus stated, "The first shall be last and the last first," he confronted the existing societal norms. Society tends to value those in leadership and authority positions, often overlooking the contributions of the humble and meek. Jesus flips this notion, suggesting a kingdom where these roles are redefined. This teaching shakes the very foundation of social paradigms, urging believers to reconsider their pursuit of status and achievement. Humility is a central tenet in Christian doctrine. It involves lowering oneself to lift others, aligning closely with the servant leadership that Jesus embodied. Humility is not a sign of weakness, but a virtue of strength. It means having a modest view of one's own importance while trusting entirely in God's plans and purposes. Jesus' teachings emphasize that God's justice operates differently from man's. In the human realm, rewards are often based on merit, influence, or network. In contrast, God's system of justice rewards faithfulness and integrity of heart more than actions determined by ambition or self-interest. In his kingdom, righteousness roots the reward system. Jesus' statement embodies a divine reversal. Those considered last by worldly standards are honored. This reversal isn't meant as mere role switching. It demonstrates that God's kingdom values different attributes, chief among them being humility and faithfulness. The teaching assures that love, service, and justice will prevail in God's order. A key takeaway from this teaching is the prioritization of faith over status. Jesus advocated a life where acts of faith and service take precedence over earthly successes. He exemplified this through countless acts of healing, teaching, and serving others. Biblical examples include the widow's offering and the Samaritan woman's encounter with Jesus, both demonstrating immense faith despite low societal status. Through this teaching, Jesus invites believers to view life from a spiritual perspective. It's an invitation to detach our self-worth from societal measures and see it through God's gracious, loving, and just viewpoint. This perspective offers freedom from the relentless pursuit of status and encourages genuine service rooted in love and humility. We must ask ourselves some important questions. Are we living to elevate ourselves, or are we living to serve others? Jesus' teaching serves as a mirror, reflecting our true intentions and priorities. This is an opportunity to realign our lives with the principles of humility and servitude echoed through this scripture. This teaching reassures us that our effort and faith are never in vain. While the world often rewards immediate results, God promises eternal rewards for those who remain steadfast and humble. Trusting in God's timing, requires patience and faith, knowing He sees all and rewards sincerity and heart-driven actions. Jesus' message is also a beacon of hope for those feeling marginalized or unseen. It affirms their value and importance in God's grand design. The promise stands: their faithfulness will not go overlooked. They are treasured in God's eyes. This truth encourages continual devotion and living according to God's will, regardless of worldly recognition. As we wrap up, let's revisit the essence of Jesus' teaching, the importance of humility and the assurance of divine justice. This powerful scripture challenges us to think beyond ourselves, to serve others, and to trust in God's just reward. By prioritizing humility and faithfulness, we align our lives with God's kingdom values. I invite you, dear viewers, to reflect on this message and its implications for your life. Consider how you can integrate humility and servitude into your daily routine. Engage with Scripture and find ways to apply this biblical truth in your relationships and community. Let us strive to live in a manner that honors this profound teaching. Thank you for joining us in this journey through Jesus' teaching. We hope you found it insightful and inspiring. If you enjoyed the content, please like the video, share it with others, and subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking discussions. Together, let's continue to explore and live out these transformative truths.